Happiness is a cigar called Hamlet, the mild cigar.
From Benson and Hedges. Did you? I bet you didn't have that advert where you were, Pete.
I do know it.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
I forget his name as an actor, but it's I love that. I love that advert. It used to always make me laugh watching that. But the bit was missing at the end was a happiness is a cigar called Hamlet, the mild cigar from Benson and Hedges.
Yeah. Good times. Smoking was
good times when
legal.
We didn't have these things right next to us, and we could go down the pub and have a laugh with people, and we weren't
and smoke
in the pubs and be abusive towards each other.
Yeah, but in a friendly way.
Back though, Pete, aren't we?
Well,
we
are. Yeah, in a virtual kind of a sense. Sure.
Yeah, we're abusive to each other. If we were in the same room, we'd be even more abusive to each other.
Yeah. Maybe.
Should we find out who's in the chat? That was the terrible version, wasn't it? That was the terrible 1080 version that just didn't work for some reason.
Yeah, that's StreamYard doing that.
Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. It's rubbish. We'll have to.
It hates my work.
You'll have to do another one, Pete.
Yeah.
Who's in the chat? Welcome to the Healthfreedom UK news, entertainment, music, fun, whatever you want to call it show. Yes, tonight we've got a packed show for you, and which includes our guest in the second hour. And it's probably no big secret now, but our guest in the second hour is my friend Dale, who lives over in Great Yarmouth on the coast and runs a hotel there. He's coming on. He's going to be talking about a book he's been reading recently and how it fits into our lives now. Coming up, though, we've got stories about two mothers who have been sent to prison. Is going to be sent to prison for breaking the COVID rules. We've got the Royals, who spend hardly any money but get paid absolute fortunes from the NHS. We've also got Bill Gates' backed plan to stop global warming, and shock over woman with a black face in Germany. It's a packed show. It's a packed show, Pete. It's absolutely packed. All right.
Love it.
And in between that, maybe some funnies as well to entertain you lovely people. First of all, I'd like to just thank the lady, Sarah, who bought some salve this week. I don't know where she was from. I don't know if she was from the little party I went to. I'll tell you about in a minute on Friday. But thank you, Sarah, for buying that. That's very nice of you. And anyone else who wants to buy some salve, please just email me. Coming up, though, I think it's time I told you. But coming up, just look at this. Look. Yes.
Wow.
Look at that. Pete's
look at all the stains. Yeah, you need to clean it.
Yeah, Pete. Well, I pulled out the sink just to show Dale. But Pete's one hasn't arrived. I have sent one to Pete, but I shall be giving two of those away just before Christmas. It is your Health Freedom UK giveaway section party. Yes, and it's going to be Pete's going to get one of these random generator things. What a mug, exactly, Cookie. Yeah, Cookie said that Cookie said last night on the after chat. He said I should draw something rude at the bottom. Can you guess what it is yet, kids?
Shh. It's a surprise.
So we'll have a random generator to choose the winners, but it'll be for anyone who's in this country, in the UK, because it's going to mugs for your jugs. If you like Lynn, and Lynn, of course, let's just go straight away. Lynn was first in the chat. We thought she died, but no, she was
risen.
Saved. She has risen and been saved by the salvation. Yes, It's Lynn, and you'll be gay.
Gay.
Gay. And I think Kitty was actually first in the YouTube chat, and I don't know if I haven't seen it. Oh, this man was late. He was very late tonight. This man, yes, he's normally first in. People think he's got inside knowledge as to when the show gets put up and he can get his first message in. If you don't know, there's this competition that goes on where people are actually trying to get to be the first in the chat. So there you go. But now you know. So that's why we go on about it. And so good evening to James. Good evening to CMB. And good evening to Rick as well. And it's whoosh from Paula. And talking of Paula, do you want to give it a quick plug, Pete?
Yeah.
Friday, the girls are back Friday. Yes, they are. You're obsessed with farts, Pete.
Yeah. I don't know.
And the rhymes of the Roberto is here. Lynn, like lightning, the reaction speed is frightening. Healthfreedom UK, always enlightening. Word Rob, Pete, James, Rick, Lynn, and Paula, yo, CMB. I love Roberto's little rhymes. He's great. And he's very quick as well. And good evening to the snake of the mascara. Good evening to you, sir. Hope you're well. And who else have I missed? Anyone else? I'm just going down here. Some Twitter. Oh, there he is. Cookie Monster. The hairy Cookie Monster lives. Hey up. Does Cookie ever say hello to anyone specific? He just does a hiya, doesn't he, Pete? He always.
No, depends who you are.
He goes hiya.
Hiya. Yeah, mostly.
Yeah, he says a hiya.
Hey up. Hey up.
Or hey up. Hey up.
Hey up. Hey up.
Yep. And Rich T's here as well. Good evening, Rich T. Good to have you on board. And if it isn't the one, the only, yes,
Lurker.
the Lurker. Good evening, the Lurker, Matt. Matt's here, and you're going to see Matt's mug in a second. Whether he likes it or not is going up. Well, he's famous anyway. I'll explain why. And I think, and it's Mix Mick again. I made a chat again. Yeah. Mix, you always say that. You always say I made a chat. Yeah, we know you.
He's in every chat.
He's in every chat, isn't he?
Saying
he always does a mix here, and I think that's it now. Yeah, I think we've finally caught up. So yeah, we've already said hello to Paula, haven't we? Yeah. Yeah, I've had a busy week. Where do I start? Well, Friday. So basically, the Lurker Matt knows a lot of people that know other people in like Dale, a bit like what Dale comes on. Dale mixes with certain people that know other people, like he had a connection with David Icke and things like that. Well, Matt the Lurker, he knew a lady called Sue, and Sue contacted him about a week ago and said that she was doing a party and a fundraiser for her friend Sonia Poulton. So, someone dropped out, and Matt rang me up and said, I can get you to have a seat in the restaurant. And it was a great night. We all had, we took over this Indian place, which was on the first floor. And it was only about 25 minutes from where I live. Matt lives absolutely miles away, up in Carlisle way. So but he was down in London visiting family. So that was a bit better for him, but it still took him a long time to get from London back up to Royston, where we had this event. And Sonia Poulton was there with all her friends and also like-minded individuals. Again, I love the fact that when we get this opportunity where we can sit around other people that stuck two fingers up to lockdowns and things like that. I just absolutely love it. So. We went along. We had a lovely meal. Sonia Poulton was absolutely delightful. She was. I mean, some people, have got different opinions about Sonia Poulton. I think she's a really good journalist myself. She came across absolutely very honest and open, and she was very candid about any subject you wanted to talk about. And what was great was that she went from table to table. and she actually spent like half an hour, and on our table it was about 45 minutes. And the great thing about Sonia is that I said to her, do you want to come on my shitty little show? And she said that she might have me on one day as well. So you never know, we might get Sonia Poulton on. But she was absolutely lovely, really honest and open. And it started at 7, and I didn't leave till gone 11. And here is the photo, the evidence. Look at this. Look, there we are. There's me, MI6 Matt in the middle, and Sonia Poulton. There we go. And that was really taken very, very quickly. Just before I thought I better take a photo, because otherwise people might not believe me. So there we go. So
nice Photoshop.
Yeah, and I gave Sonia one of my lovely salves, and she gave me a plug on her show. Sonia does a show every Monday morning and every Friday morning, but she's hoping also to go to Wednesdays. And she's just really good at presenting. She has great guests on as well, and it was just a great night. It really was. What are you saying in the chat? Nice one, Robert. Thank you. Sonia did some great coverage over the years. Thanks, Cookie. Yeah, absolutely. I know a man named Sue, says Lynn. And yeah, Matt, I didn't mind putting MI6 Matt's picture up, because he was he was actually at the Richard D. Hall verdict as well, and apparently he made the 6 o'clock news. Apparently he made the 6 o'clock news. People saw him in the background and said, "Matt, you're on the 6 o'clock news." And Matt got a lovely shout out as well from Sonia as well. But she's got my salve, and she put my link into her page, so I can't say any more than that. That was really lovely of her. And I did get a shout out from the boys of Rise Above, who I watch on Friday. I sent them one of my salves as well. I'm just whoring my salve out. You wouldn't believe that, would you, Pete?
That's how you do it.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it. So, and good evening to Goose and Steve. To Goose and Steve. Steve to Goose. We've got a story coming from Germany, especially for you. Maybe you can throw some light on the story. You never know. Steve, you missed the classic cigar advert. Happiness is a cigar called Hamlet. And Pete, how's your week been? I've got more stuff to talk about my crap week. Not my crap week, but my busy week. Anything exciting happening in your world, Pete?
No.
Oh, for fuck's sake. So I went to my partner's. Her son had a rather important birthday celebration, and I went along, and I had the idea. I completely forgot, right, that I had a manual camera when I was retinal screening. Now, Spanish loves me telling everyone that I used to be a retinal screener, but when I was retinal screening, I built up a really good relationship with one particular patient, and I you know me, I'm a talker. I love to talk to people, and we were talking about photography, and this patient said, he said, "Oh, I've got loads of cameras." He said, "I've got about 10 cameras." I said, "All right." I said, "Yeah, I used to have a 35mm, an old 35mm." I said, "I don't have them anymore." He said, "Oh, I'll give you one." I went, "What?" He said, I'll give you one of my cameras." He said, "You've been really kind to me. You've given me some great advice, and you've looked after me." He said, "Honestly, I'd like to do it." I said, "Okay." And I'll be honest with you, Pete, I didn't think he was going to do it. I thought, he's just going to say that, he won't do it. Anyway, a week later, this camera turns up. And
cool.
Yeah, he gives me this camera, and I've got this. And so I pulled out the old camera this week. This is something lovely and old to look at. It's like looking at a boomer's phone, isn't it, or something? So this is it's called a Nikon mat, but it actually was part of the Nikon group. You can see there. So Modern Japano. So I was going around candidly, taking photos, going, "Come on now, smile. Come on, you want to." But the weird thing was that people were a bit weird to it. Now I thought if I got my my phone out, I think Cookie made this point last night. If I'd got my mobile phone out, right, I said, "Oh, do you want to? I'm just taking some photos." I bet they would have been like, but they just didn't know what to do with this. They did not want, no, honestly. And I mean, they weren't young people. They were, in their mid-30s, late 30s, and things like that. But no one's as old as me anyway, Pete. So, but yeah.
Yeah, well, we said yesterday, it's it's a perv cam, right? So
It's a perv cam.
that's what people were thinking. Why is he taking pictures of me? That
And I want people now,
old man.
apart from the people that know the answer to this that I told, right? Tell me how much you think a 35 mil film now costs. One of these things. There we are. There's an old 35 mil film. This is here's what I prepared earlier. This is an old 35 mil film. Look, you don't see these much either. Look, there you go. Look, yeah. So 36 exposure, right? How much do you think it costs? And I think Pete. I might have told
you. Told
me. I told you. Yeah. So anyone in the chat, can anyone in the chat guess how much a 36 exposure costs now? Paula says £10. Okay. Anyone else? Any other guesses? And Pete, start the countdown. Start the countdown. We can do the 30-second countdown. Rick saying £10. Kitty saying £20. Lynn saying £40. Okay. Well, come on. You got 30 seconds to get your guesses in. This is the quiz. This isn't the quiz bit, but turn it up, Pete.
Even louder?
Yeah.
Make it louder.
It's too loud. It's too quiet. That's it. Rich says £8.97. James says 15 quid, and Paula says £23.76. It actually was £18.99. So Paula's £33.33. Yeah. Yes, CMB, we know. And you were out of time anyway.
How much was it?
£18.99. Stop it.
It's not stopping anymore.
You've got it on repeat. You're the producer.
No, it's not. It's not on repeat.
It was.
No, really. I had to mute it now.
Really?
Yeah.
It must have been on repeat.
No?
Yeah, you're just silly. Let me have a look.
Yeah. Have a look. Have a look, Boomer.
Yeah, talking of boomers, we've got. Is it still on there? No, see, it's not playing now.
No, it's finally shut up. Yeah, good.
Yeah, you had it on repeat. That's why you're the boomer.
Maybe.
Talking of boomers, yes. Last week we had boomerology with Dale. Dale was struggling, but it doesn't matter. We've managed to get Dale on this week, so Dale is sitting there in the background, and Dale will be coming on in the second hour because, like a lot of us, we don't like to suppress what we want to say, but on this platform of YouTube, we have to be careful because otherwise we get strikes and God knows what. So, and we really don't want that. So, what else did I want to talk about, Pete? Anything else I wanted to talk about? Oh, let's just go straight to a story, shall we?
Go into the stories. Yeah.
Let's go straight to a story. Let me just share this with you then. Stop sharing that and I'll present this. Share screen. What one was I going to? Gender story. Right. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Scientist program. 2 mothers. Furious. Oh, there it is. That one. Got it. Okay. Can you put that up, Pete?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you very much. And I shall zoom in this. Actually, this was on Sonia Polton the other day as well, but I was going to talk about it as well. Furious councils ask parents what gender ID is used by their 3-year-old child on school application form. Parents are being asked how their 3-year-old children identify to register them for a place at school. Local authority admissions forms ask what gender identity primary school aged children have in addition to their sex. The form asks parents whether their children are man, boy or male, or woman, girl, female, or whether they would prefer to self-describe. They are then encouraged to give a more detailed description of the gender identity of their child, who would be aged under 5 if registering for a place at a primary school. The software comes from an external provider and is used by more than 100 local authorities across the UK, including by councils in London and north of England, it is understood. More than 550,000 school place applications were made using the software in 21. However, only parents applying for a primary school place for their children for the next academic year will be confronted by the question after it was recently updated. It's further understood. One Buckinghamshire mother, she's a bloody hero in my mind, who was applying for a school place for her 3-year-old son, shared the question online and said, it has no place on the form with regard to a 3-year-old's on any level. She further noted that parents were not asked about potential allergies or other health or behavioural information that may be useful to schools. Last night, Martin Tett, the head of Buckinghamshire Council, admitted it was totally inappropriate to ask this question of Young and said has asked it for it to be removed as swiftly as possible. His call was echoed by women's rights campaigners who demanded that local authorities immediately ditch these questions or ditch the software. Caroline Fitzke from Conservative for Women said, it is staggering and ridiculous that we have reached the point where parents are being asked for their 3-year-old's gender identity. We must call out the public authorities who enable this, highlighting that they are actively promoting an ideology that results in irreversible harm for vulnerable children and adults. Meanwhile, Mayor Forrester, chief executive of human rights charity Sex Matters, also demanded that the completely inappropriate question be scrapped. She said little children of that age will only have recently begun to properly notice and understand the differences between girls and boys and women and men. Projecting the adult beliefs and the concepts of transactivism onto children is not only ludicrous but also harmful. Many parents will have been shocked by this question and will be concerned about their nonsense that may be taught to their child at school based on the admissions form alone. And then it just says, we have no need to desire to collect this information and apologise for any distress this may have caused for families and encountering this question. So they've taken it away, Pete. So there was I call that a win. I call that a win for parents. Do you?
Yeah,
I call that a win. But again,
I would have liked to, enter my kid as a Jedi and a royal, maybe.
How about an alien?
Alien, yeah, something fucked up,
But maybe it just shows you how ludicrous it is, and about this whole identity thing, and talking of, and just how this is a parody what I'm about to show you, but this just says it all, right? Watch this. Just watch this.
You do currently have a California driver's license. You just don't have a physical copy on you at the moment.
That's my preferred method of identification.
And this is?
It's a cat collar. I'm currently identifying as a cat.
Fair enough. The information here on the tag, I'm assuming belongs to you.
Yeah, that's so rude. I hope you know I'm recording.
Well, it wasn't my intention to offend you, but he just identified as a cat, and you're wearing a Harriet's Waltz t-shirt, so forgive me if I came to a conclusion that you guys are involved in some sort of a homosexual arrangement.
I'm not mad that you think we're together, but you're using gendered language. Besides, I'm not his boyfriend, I'm his owner.
Okay. Well, look, we can do this the hard way if you'd like. I can have this car towed, because last I checked, a cat is not licensed to operate a motor vehicle in the state of California. We can have animal control come get you, take you to a shelter where your owner can retrieve you for a fee of $70 after you're given the necessary immunizations, which do include a rabies shot, possibly even spayed or neuter, whichever you prefer or identify with. Is that what you guys want to do here?
What should we do? I don't know. I don't have $70.
Sir, I can also request that a mental health care professional come down here on scene and do an evaluation of you, because you're considering letting him take a rabies shot rather than just give me an ID, use some manners so I can give you your ticket and move along.
Yeah, it's comedy, but closer to reality.
It's
than
comedy,
you think.
but it is closer to reality, Pete, isn't it?
Yep.
That's where we're getting to. I mean, we were talking about schools. Apparently, they're putting out litter bins for schools now. I identify as a hairy beaver, says Lynn. And Lynn also says, it's only going to get weirder and weirder.
Weirder and weirder, for sure. Yep.
And it is. And it is.
Well, it's good that, parents are calling it out, and there's a bit of a, there's a bit of a switch, right, going on with all the woke. It's biting them in their asses now. So.
Yeah, whether we like it or not, we know that Trump got in, and all those people that were very, we've got to be more woke. That was the Kamala campaign, wasn't it? We've got to be more woke. And, again, I'm not into politics. I think it's two arses of the same cheek, or two.
No, it's when you turn on your TV and your favorite TV show is now a fucking woke nightmare, right? Yeah. So if you watch Doctor Who now, you don't recognize it anymore. It's completely gender neutered.
Well, Doctor Who has terrorists on it now, Pete.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Advertising.
Yeah. Yep. That's for the second hour.
That's for the second hour. No, that's Dale. Yeah. But there you go. So it's a shame, really, that it's getting that way. But that's the world we live in, isn't it? And if you are liking the show tonight, please like and sub and thumbs up, folks. Please, that would be very nicely. And if you're new to the show, my name's not a Dr. Robert, and this is my producer Pete. Yes. And he's very good, and he makes funny AI stuff, and he just assists me, and generally abuses me as well, because he can. That's why, and we don't mind. We don't actually mind. And good evening, Mr. Smith. Yes, and good evening, Mahatma Malevolence as well, Dr. Houthi.
As long as you stay on your island, Rob, I'm fine with it.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, Pete, I'm worried about your island after what you said. They're drilling those big holes.
Yeah, have you seen them? Yeah.
Have you got a photo of them?
Of the holes?
Yeah?
Yeah, I can look it up. Hang on.
Yeah, you look it up.
I'll dig it up.
And let's see. Have I missed anything? What people... So, gay Daleks. Yes. Gay Daleks. Are they gay now? That wouldn't surprise me. I saw a
gay legs. Yeah.
I saw a comedian the other day said that I'm not sure I'd tell the jokes I used to tell, because they can be a bit offensive. Oh, talking of woke, I see that Gary Lineker's lost his match of the day position.
Okay.
Yeah. He's so woke, Gary Lineker. I don't know if you know.
That took long enough, didn't it?
Yeah, but he's still going to be working for the BBC, Pete. They're making all the, and again, it's just headlines again, isn't it? It's just again, it's just another thing. It was like the squirrel last week making a big fuss about the squirrel and everything. It's just another distraction. Beware of the beaver, says Paula. It's their time to shine. Yes, Paula and Kitty are doing their Beaver Moon show on Friday. And they may even have a special guest, I understand, Pete. From what I understand.
Cool. Nice.
Yeah. So they're always gnawing on wood to make erections.
I did see something coming from China.
China.
I think we should do this as well.
What's this? No admission. What's that?
Yeah. No more rainbow flags, man.
Oh, really? Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's good. So if you got
no more LGBTQ.
If you got a rainbow flag, you'd be in trouble then.
Yep. Blue hair? Nope.
Good. Where have you found your holes yet?
Nope, but I'll dig them up.
Okay, in the meantime,
I'll let you know when I'll find them.
In the meantime, I'm going to share this story about that people. I'm sure some people have picked up on it, but if not, I shall. Where is it? Add to the stage. There we go. Yes, the royals make millions from the NHS. Files reveal. The royal family is making millions from the NHS through the monarchy's property empire. King Sausage Fingers Charles' 750-year-old asset portfolio is billing Guy's and St Thomas's NHS Foundation Trust $829,000 each year to rent a central London warehouse. The Duchy of Lancaster signed the 15-year lease in 23 after the NHS Trust said it needed help storing a new fleet of electric vehicles. Electric vehicles. How happy is that? How good is that? To tackle ambulance waiting times. The revelations form part of a joint investigation by the Sunday Times and Channel 4's dispatches, which exposed how the monarchy earns money from contracts with public bodies. It sparked a backlash, with some criticising the monarchy for a lack of transparency over its finances. Sir Edward Lee, the Conservative MP, said they've got to accept they're not a business. Don't make a profit from public services like the armed forces and the NHS. This shows the value of scrutiny, because from now on, if they are charging the public service, they will know it's going to be scrutinised and people are going to ask why they've got to justify it. Baroness Margaret Hodge, a Labour peer and former chair of the Commons Public Accounts Committee, called the Royal Duchies to pay corporation tax. This would be a brilliant time for the monarchy to say, I'm going to be open and I want to be treated as fairly as anybody. Hang on, they're royals. That doesn't make sense. Other public figures have defended the royals' tax affairs. Ben Goldsmith, a British financier and environmentalist, likened their arrangement to Sir Richard Branson, the Virgin Media founder, charging people for broadband. The Duchies of Cornwall and Lancaster are private assets which generate an income for members of the royal family on which they pay full tax, he said. The royal family owns stuff like many families in this country. And the rent charge to the NHS for the 27,000 feet unit near Tower Bridge is 67% more than the Metropolitan Police was paying for the same property months earlier. They got a good deal there, didn't they? The King, who counts the Duke of Lancaster among his royal titles, will earn, get this, Pete, 11.4 million from the deal by the time the contract expires in 2038. It comes despite the Duchy of Lancaster claiming it is completely self-financing and does not rely on any taxpayers' money. The royal family has three main sources of income: the sovereign grant paid out from the Crown Estate, the Duchy of Lancaster, the Duchy of Cornwall, which has a property portfolio belonging to the Prince of Wales that spans thousands of acres. The royal addresses, which cover around 180,000 acres of England and Wales, and largely made up of land seized by medieval monarchs. The two duchies hold more than 5,400 leases between them, which reportedly generate 50 million each year for King Charles and Prince William. Let me say that again. The two duchies hold more than 5,400 leases between them, which reportedly generate 50 million each year. This is part because the domains benefit from special tax status, meaning they pay no capital gains tax or corporation tax on their profits. Aren't they lovely? And it goes on to say here that Prince William's Duchy also charged the Ministry of Defence at least $900,000 over the past 2 years to more boats on waters surrounding the Britannia Royal Naval College. And also HMP Dartmoor, a Category C prison for 640 inmates, also earns Prince William millions each year. The heir to the throne's duchy signed a £37 million deal to lease the prison for 25 years to the Ministry of Justice, which is also liable to spend at least $68 million over the next decade, updating the site's buildings. The royals also earn money from state schools, underground mines, pubs, car parks, and even portable toilet supplier that sit on the duchy land, according to the investigation. The duchy's Lancaster coastline assets will also earn the king $28 million over the next 50 years through cable undersea charges for wind farms. Meanwhile, a 1960s tower block in London owned by Prince William Duchy has brought in at least $22 million since 2005 from rents paid by charities and other tenants. It includes two cancer charities, Mary Curry and Macmillan, which counts the king as a patron. They both recently moved out of similar premises. And it goes, we're nearly at the end of it, so bear with me. Prince William became Duke of Cornwall in September 22, since has been committed to an expansive transformation of the duchy. And apparently, so I'm not going to read any more of that, so let's stop sharing that. But apparently, what they also found, Pete, was that some of these properties that Prince William manages have got really bad damp problems. Really, really bad damp problems. So they're
he's a shitty landlord as well.
Yeah, basically, he's a shitty landlord as well. But this is why we also
is he housing any migrants?
Well, he might be.
Well, he should. That if he wants to make some fucking serious money, then
Yeah, he might well be. But
he should rent out the palaces.
This is why we need serious investigators, but they really.
But it's always been like this. I'm not surprised by any of this.
They really didn't want this coming out. They really did not, and I'm surprised Channel 4 actually got it out. I'm really shocked that they actually managed to get it out, because I do question about whether there are not why this stuff like this gets leaked out. Is it to piss us off? Is it just to change our energy? Because again, all it makes you think is the fucking royals. They just. I'm anti-royal. I cannot stand the royals. My mum loves the royals. She's old school and stuff like that. But I cannot personally stand the royals. I think they're a waste of money. And when you get this argument, well, they bring in the most money. They're a tourist attraction. That's not true. Apparently, Legoland in Windsor is a bigger attraction.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least it's Windsor, Pete.
Yeah, but there are corporations in the UK that are tax exempt as well, like Microsoft or those guns. So it's not just the royals; they are a corporation. They do their business, and it's and
it's all into City
one of our
London.
One of our princes here in Holland.
Yeah.
He owns 3,600 something estates, buildings in the most fucking nicest double AAA locations in Amsterdam, Utrecht, Rotterdam, all those places. He owns the Formula One circuit. Stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So and he is a nobody. He's like just a prince.
They've all got their hands in the trough or their noses in the trough. And they're all, whereas
but they should pay taxes, start paying taxes. And then a lot of people would say, okay, right, you're okay, you run a business, pay your fucking business taxes, then it's okay. Yeah. Because this is just, I think that's where they're heading, right? They want to formalize it into a, how you call a business in the UK?
Yeah, just a business, formalize it.
Yeah, business, yeah.
Yeah, formalize it into a proper business. But
in an LLC or something like that. Yeah.
I mean, it will go away. I mean, I don't know how many people actually press 1 if you'd heard about this story. It would be interesting, and I'm just interested to know how many people in the chat actually had heard about this story, because I think it was quite active for about 24 hours, and then it went away. But I didn't forget about it. I wanted to bring it up because they really pissed me off, and I don't think they're ever going to pay the theft, which is tax, because I think that tax is a theft. I only need to look at my roads to know that my tax isn't going towards what it's meant to be going to, or look around at the way that we're constantly taxed and the services aren't getting any better. You've got all the councils, so many councils. Next year, Pete, we are going to see so many councils go bust in this country. And again, who's gonna bail them out? The taxpayer again. The taxpayer. The services.
Well, the WEF right now is rolling out a lot of people on the local level, in local councils and in local districts.
What do you mean they're rolling them out? What?
They're planting them in the grassroots, low level, in your council, in your city, in your
WEF informers.
WEF, yes.
WEF
agents, really, yeah. So it's not just at the higher levels now. Low level WEFers are coming into your village now.
Yeah.
So you gotta keep an eye on who you're voting for. Check them.
Yeah, but I mean, they will be talking about probably the joke that is voting again.
Oh yeah, sure, but I
mean, the whole system needs to be changed, doesn't it? To for us to have I mean, we don't have much power anyway. I mean, people are making a big...
Yeah, okay, but there's a very big difference between local and countrywide, the shit that happens in London, and your local butcher who goes into politics and turns in, does some stuff in the council and la 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 la. So, that's a total different. These people are very important to have in politics to keep something straight, right? So you have to have that normal level people entering into politics. So your local butcher, your local policeman, right? They do a lot of local politics as well on the side.
I know.
And those people are now being replaced by WEF cunts who have their little training. And so you don't have your local butcher anymore running for whatever, right? So you have to be careful for that. So if you go vote, vote your fucking local.
It's
and
like
not some cunt from
the MPs that they put in. And they say, "Oh, he's your new Conservative MP. Where does he live? Oh, he lives down in London. Or he lives,
exactly. Yeah,
he lives in Wales.
Yeah.
Well, what does he know about my country? Where I live? He knows nothing. Absolutely nothing. What's the point in having someone? But
they started with young global leaders, right? But now it's the young local leaders. That's what they're pushing now. So.
I see that Starmer's one of the only people that is like a big knob that's representing this COP26. Is it COP26?
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the only ones, and he wants to commit.
Yeah, the Dutch prime minister is there as well.
Yeah, all the
climate cunts are there.
Yeah, all the woke ones are going to be there, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
All the woke ones, they're all going to be there. What are people saying in the chat? Let me have a look. Nothing worse than a damn beat. Oh no. He's got enough. He's got enough on his migrant daughter-in-law, Pete. Oh, he's got enough on with his migrant daughter-in-law. I think he's talking about Meghan there.
Right. Yeah. Sure.
Amanda says, "Why? Hello, Amanda. Why does my printer hate me? Bastard thing." Rob, it's karmic avoidance. Yep. They're a corporate. It's if the victim knows, then there is no karmic cost on him. Oh, I see what you're saying there. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Informed consent.
It's informed consent. Well, you're letting me do it. Yeah. I'm going to tell you that I'm going to screw you right up the jacksie, and you're just
and you're going to like it. Yeah,
you're going to accept it. There we go. Corporation. Cookie says 1. Paula says 1, and that was it. So there wasn't many people that knew about that story. You see, so that I find that interesting as well. And monarchy paying tax is an oxymoron. He would be paying himself. Well, why not? If you
can make a fund and do something with it, right? Show that he's.
World Economic Forum is penetrating your orifices. I'll probably get shot down for this, but the monarchy does pay income and capital gains tax since 1993. Okay.
Probably the lowest of the low, but yeah.
Yeah.
The bare minimum.
And good evening, Days. Ridiculizers here. Hello, Days. How are you? Good to see you, mate.
It's probably a tax write-off for them as well.
They are not required to do so, but they pay it voluntarily. They've got a few million, Manda, as the figures I've just read out there. I'm sure that they'll do all right. I'm sure they can dig deep in their pockets and find a bit of tax to give us back. That will probably go.
Yeah, okay, but compared to the real rich people out there, right? If they make 100 million, that's the same that Max Verstappen makes in Formula 1 every year.
Yep.
So Ronaldo makes double that playing football. So.
Yeah,
but they have a lot more assets they don't talk about. How much do they own of BlackRock and Vanguard and those institutes?
And I saw Keir Starmer was making his first one of his first speeches, and he screwed it up.
Speaker, he must be the only tech brother on the continent.
Name's Batondi. Brian Batondi. I like many things, but one thing I like more than anything else is
Batondi. Brian Batondi. Brian. Should we see him messing that up again, doing the Brian Batondi?
Speaker, he must be the only tech brother on the
Tak. What was he trying to say? What did he try to say? Do you know that?
Who knows? Who knows? Is he queer?
Is
Is
he?
he queer?
Queer Starmer.
He sounds like a queer. He looks like a queer.
Walks like a queer. Talks like a queer.
But he is married.
To a queer.
Where am I going to do? Oh yes. Next, 2 mothers refuse COVID quarantine. Let me present this to you. This is an interesting one as well. There we are. This one. Have you put it up, Pete?
Yep.
Okay. 2 mothers who refused to COVID quarantine in hotels after flying to Dubai to get breast enlargements face prison in Ireland. 2 women who refused to enter mandatory hotel quarantine during COVID following a trip to Dubai have lost their supreme appeal against the regulation. Mother of one, Niam Mulroney, 27, and mother of 2, Kirsty McGrath, they're not Irish names, are they? Still face criminal charges for the alleged offence. They initially claimed they had travelled for breast enhancement surgery, but it later emerged they did not have the procedure. Supreme Court Judge Eileen Donnelly ruled yesterday that their arrangements to her court were wafer thin. She said that the pair had gone on holiday to Dubai in March 21. Naughty people! And 2 days after the health minister designated the UAE and 32 other states as areas which presented a high risk from importing COVID. And here they are, look, hiding themselves, this one in her pink pants and this one in her darker pants. The new section in the Health Act provided for a 10 to 14-day mandatory quarantine in a designated facility for those arriving from such countries. On their return on Good Friday, April the 2nd, the judge said they refused to go to the designated hotel to quarantine. Miss Mulroney of Scarlet Row, Essex Street, West Dublin, and Mrs. McGrath of blah, 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 claimed they could not afford the cost of the stay, which estimated at over 1,800 euros each, and that they need to get back to their children.
Why the fuck did they put the address up?
I don't know.
Normal?
I've no idea. I mean, it's not the exact address, is it? But
no. Well,
it makes you, it does make you question it. The women were arrested and charged with resisting the quarantine and were remanded in custody. After a night in prison, they were released on bail and subsequently completed the mandatory quarantine, the judge said. So they've actually done the quarantine thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Judge Donnelly said the charges were still existing and 2 women had applied for a prohibition of their trials, which was refused by the High Court. Their legal challenge travelled directly to the Supreme Court. They have also applied for a review of their quarantine confinement to the designated appeals officer, but it was refused, the judge noted. And here they are. Here's the lovely girls. They don't look Irish at all, do they? They do look very Irish, don't they, Pete? There we are. But so I feel sorry for these girls. Their appeal to the Supreme Court was based upon the procedures through which the UAE was designated as a high-risk state. They claimed that the restriction of their liberty should have been carried out through legislation rather than by direction of the minister, and should have been overseen by the oracologists. I don't know what that is. They also mounted a separate claim regarding the legality of the review mechanism. The state responded that there was nothing unlawful or unconstitutional about the delegation of the power to the minister to make a designation as opposed to making regulations. In her judgment, yesterday, supported unanimously by 4 other Supreme Court judges, Judge Donnelly held that the selection of the UAE as a designated state was lawful. If convicted following their trial, the women face fines of up to €2,000 and a period of several months in imprisonment. For God's sake, man. I mean,
Yeah.
First of all,
how many years after the pandemic are we now?
I mean, this is absolutely ages, isn't it? It's absolutely ages since since this has gone. This was 21.
Well, we forget that. Yeah, but that's a normal court how it normally goes, right? It takes a shit load of time before you get there, but unless you post a bad meme or something.
I mean, right. So these girls went away. What about all these politicians that went and visited their girlfriends?
Exempt.
Or what about Boris and his mates
Exempt.
having parties? Yeah, exactly. Exempt. But they're not going to go to prison. But two girls that said, "Do you know what? I don't want to. I don't want to stay here. I want to get out." I mean, don't get me wrong, Pete. I mean, if they had young children, either their parents could, or the father may have helped out with looking after them if the fathers were about. I'm not going to make any assumptions, but the fact of the matter is that they paid a lot of money to go over to this country. Everyone knew that you had to go into quarantine, didn't they? Everyone knew it. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I wouldn't.
And Dubai is one of the most restrictive countries you can fucking go to.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. It's ridiculous. Somebody should pardon them. Like, okay, we have to, drop all these old cases because blah blah reasons, right?
Free tits.
Amen. Yeah, it's
They can tarmac my drive anytime.
tarmac their faces already.
Arabian guzzlers. Roberto says they went for bigger tits, but took the cash instead of the extra bits. All they had to do was to rub them and with salve, bigger and better. What about Hancock and his Italian bint? Exactly. These people aren't going to prison.
He got a fine. He had to pay a fine, didn't he?
I hope Hancock. These girls do. I mean, it looks like they're not going to win anything. It looks like they've lost their appeal and everything. But I really hope that they can stop this from happening, because to me it just seems ridiculous. Where does it benefit anything? Is it just to send a message out there that if we have another lockdown again, don't you do this because you could end up like these two girls? I mean, is that the message?
Yeah, and how slow the fucking justice system works. Yeah. They should have been prosecuted fucking when it was happening and not 2 years after. And when we know that, all the things we know now. Because all that is not taken into account. It's just what was happening then. There was a crisis, la la la. Yeah.
Yep.
Even if there was a vaccine, we couldn't stop the spread, all that shit.
No.
Right?
No,
so,
exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. There should be a general pardon for all these cases, and I don't know. That's a politic thing.
Yeah,
so, I don't
know. There is a story.
Or maybe the king can do that.
There is a story that I wanted to talk about, but I think I might save it because then we can be a bit more explicit and we can maybe talk to Dale about it as well. So it's already 8:55. So this means, right, that get ready to rumble, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we're going over to the exclusive second hour where Pete will put the link in the chat here. And if you want to follow us over onto Rumble, we'd love to have your company there. We have got the one and only Dale coming on to chat about all things and maybe comment on a few of these stories as well. And I've got a few. Yeah, I have got a few more stories. I'm going to play a tune. I'll play us out with a tune, and then we're going to go to Rumble straight afterwards. So don't forget, please subscribe. Please give it a thumbs up if you can. And if you want to support the show, please try and buy some salve and email me at cbd-salve@hotmail.com. I don't have a website, but I am working on that. And maybe it just helps support the show. So I'm going to play us a tune, and then we'll be back just after the hour with more news with our special guest, Dale, and with more of your chat. Okay, so we'll see you over on Rumble. In the meantime, it's 5 times August.
Nice.
You want me scared, you want me weak, you want me brain dead and asleep. You want us trapped while you all laugh behind the scenes. You want us sick, you think we're dumb. You want us blind and you want us drugged. You want us poor while you get more of everything. But you don't get to tell me what to think and what to do. No, you don't get to tell me what is true. 'Cause you're just liars, cheats and crooks. Change the rules and you burn the books. And so I don't believe a single word you say. You're all liars, fakes and cons. Want you out and we want you gone. So don't believe this time you'll get away. You want us tricked, you want us numb. You want us scared and you want us stung. You want us shocked and you want us bought in every way. You want our minds, you want our time. You want us framed up in your crimes. I hope you know that it's time to go and we're taking names. 'Cause you don't get to tell us what to think and what to do. No, you don't get to tell us what is true. 'Cause you're just liars, cheats and crooks. Change the rules and you burn the books. And so we don't believe a single word you say. You're all liars, fakes and cons. Want you out and we want you gone. So don't believe this time you'll get away. 'Cause we see la 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 all your lies. La 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 all your lies. You don't get to tell us what to think and what to do. You don't get to tell us what to think and what to do. You don't get to tell us what to think and what to do. 'Cause you're just liars, cheats and crooks. Change the rules and you burn the books. And so we don't believe a single word you say. You're all liars, fakes and cons. Want you out and we want you gone. So don't believe this time you'll get away. 'Cause we say la 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 all your lies. La 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 all your lies. 'Cause we're just liars, cheats and crooks. Change the rules and you burn the books. And so we don't believe a single word you say. 'Cause we're all liars, fakes and cons. Want you out and we want you gone. So don't believe this time you'll get away. We say la 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 all your lies. La 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 all your lies. 'Cause we say la 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 all your lies. La 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 all your lies. 'Cause we say la 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 all your lies. La 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 all your lies. 'Cause we say la 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 all your lies. La 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 all your lies.
La 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 la. That's a great song. And do you like that one, Pete?
Yeah, yeah.
5 times August. Yes,
Great.
And I believe Dale's actually he might have heard of them, or I don't know if he has. But so we're gonna say au revoir to YouTube. I'm gonna hit the buttons here, and don't forget we will be back next Tuesday. But if you can, please follow us over onto Rumble. Pete's put the link in the chat, and when I hit stop, Pete, do you reckon you could put in the comments section, because I forgot to do it this week, the link, so in case anyone's really behind and they can't see the chat one, maybe you could do that. I don't know.
The links are in there already. So
most
people are already over. So you got 50
cool.
people watching on Rumble right now.
Excellent. So let me remove this. So goodbye to YouTube, and we'll see you next week. And here we go.